you started a bike sharing business.
Yeah.
And then it went very, very wrong.
Very south. Yeah, I was like ready to just like jump off a ledge.
Now is the time to take risk.
You went to Baylor for business.
Yeah, I was always into entrepreneurial stuff. So I ended up living in this, it was like this entrepreneurship living learning center. It was me and a bunch of guys I lived with, and we decided to start a bike sharing business because one of the guys is walking. He's like, oh, well, I would really like to ride my bike because I don't really feel like walking tonight, but my bike is on the other side of campus. Obviously an idea that's been done, but let's tailor it for universities.
Yeah.
Cool. I was a dumb freshman. I was like, let's do this thing. University-based businesses are a pain in the ass. So we started doing it. Long story short, we ended up
Don't give me the long story short.
We really had two forms of bike sharing. You had a bunch of bikes and locks that there was really no tech behind it. It just sucked. On the other hand, you had very heavy infrastructure investment kind of up front. We were like, okay, college is a little bit more in the middle. Let's design that. It was cool because, we're 19 years old. We had to put our C-level titles on ourselves for a bullshit company. But you went through the LLC formation process. We ended up raising capital from family and friends, several tens of thousands of dollars. We didn't have any idea what we were doing. We ended up getting to a point where our biggest mistake is we blew all the capital on something that made zero sense. We took all that capital, invested about 60% of it into a development company in California. Holes in the ground, a lock in the bike, tablet on the bike, software interface, a geofence of where they can go, all this crazy tech stuff. Started with this whole, it's going to be $100,000 to design the system. We only have however many now. Let's spend most of it, and we'll get an investor attention. They'll pay for the rest. Of course, that didn't happen. Things kind of went south really quickly. What we didn't realize is we didn't have enough capital to be messing around with stuff like that. We hadn't even proven the concept. Like, there's a lot of fluff. We were always like, we were championed by the university. We were like, it was like all these people like, oh, it's the campus bike team and all that. We hyped our egos up. But we had nothing. It's one of those things where we worked on logos, we worked on T-shirts, we worked on merchandise
instead of actual
have
things.
A core business, and that's that's not the way you want to do it. You have to have a profitable business. The purpose of a business is to make money. If you're not making money yet, or you don't have a plan, you shouldn't be making damn T-shirts.
Jeez. So it was basically vaporware.
Exactly. Well, yeah, exactly. So it was just getting really ugly. Things were going bad. We had a shift, and this is where it actually became an interesting learning experience. Is we had a shift in the leadership. Myself and one of my partners became basically ran the whole thing. Just the two of us now. We threw out the mentality of before, which was let's go big and all this thing. Let's be more humble. Let's scale it back. Let's start small. We bought like 10 bikes for a couple grand from Walmart. Tested them on a couple blocks of campuses. We would literally drive around campus and pick up the bikes and mark down where they drew them because we were trying to find heat maps.
You had Lime scooter sharing, but on a bike.
Exactly.
Oh my
God. It actually was pretty close to that, and I think it would have worked. It just, hey buddy.
Hey man. Really?
The greatest year to ever be alive.
You should get him an Insta account.
Think about it, like, how often do you see people actually ride bikes? I mean, they're everywhere, but like, realistically, not happening. You see Lime scooters.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's convenient. So we were definitely onto something, honestly. And I think I was sad that we had to let it go.
What was that moment when you were like, okay, this has to be over?
We've been working on it for about 2 years at this point. We had done the testing. We knew it was a good idea. And then we were just running the financial forecast with our new idea. Once we'd actually proven, like, okay, this is a realistic option, it wasn't amazing. I mean, if it had been a business that you could have like 10x growth and scalability once you made it, I would have been like, yeah, I'm down to really develop and devote time to this. But at that point, it was like, okay, this is a barely profitable industry. Why are we wasting our time on it? And I think it was a costly lesson because I'm still paying certain people back for this. I guess you could think that I paid tens of thousands of dollars for a great education, so maybe it was worth it. Which is how I prefer to think about it, because you learn a lot of the lessons on a smaller scale that prevent me from blowing hundreds of thousands of dollars a day. I learned a lot about how not to do things. We at least learned that the entrepreneurial process needs to start with a minimum viable product, because you're going to pivot so much throughout that whole process. Because you have the greatest business plan in the world, but if you haven't tested that consumers actually want this and then are willing to pay for it, that was going to be our next step. You don't have anything.
That should be the first step. Now that you learned this, you want to start a new business?
Yeah, I think I'll say that with an asterisk. I definitely have the entrepreneurial bug. Now I'm very not necessarily risk averse, but my bullshit meter is pretty good. And I have nothing against investing in startups. I think it's great if you're an entrepreneurial founder and all that, it's great. But you better have a real idea before what I'm getting at is you better have a real idea before you start telling everyone and posting on social media and Instagram and Snapchat about your great business if it's not actually
and designing your logo for hours and hours.
Yeah, like spend that on running your balance sheet or something. I don't know.
Now you do a lot of music, right? On your weekends?
It's my passion. Honestly, if I had my way, I'd be a rock star. That's not really working out right now. If I can find a way to do a music startup that actually makes money, then I would be all about it. Like in anything in life, but especially business, you have to be told no 100,000 million times before you have just embedded in your soul that like I'm just going to keep fighting. It does not matter what people say. And then once you have that mindset, it's just a matter of math. You're going to have failures, but like as long as you keep going, You'll get there. It's going to take longer than you think. And I've prepared myself for it to take a long time.
Well, I think that was all the questions I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Do you want to go get a burger?
Yeah, let's see.
I'd rather be optimistic and wrong than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right. Than pessimistic and right.
Instead of having the millionaire by 2020 mindset, you have the millionaire next door mindset.
Yeah, well, okay, that's a little bit.
That's
long.
too drastic?
Yeah, I'm probably like the millionaire by like 34.
Okay.
Which is not the sexiest title that anyone wants to hear.
Right. Than pessimistic and right. I'd rather be optimistic and wrong